Hello, everyone, and welcome to Star Chasers, episode 47, Shadows. It has been a minute, so let's talk about the Star Chasers. The Star Chasers are a spelljamming crew consisting of Tabaxi Bard, Storm of Stars, Shadar-kai, Druid 9, Cleric 1, Marley.
Hi, I'm Marley.
Halfling, College of Divination Wizard, Hester, and special guest, Ariel, Vengeance Paladin / Warlock, but I can't remember the level breakdown.
Yeah, I don't either. Oh, there it is. 6'5".
6'5".
And not to correct you, but it was the University of Divination.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Great Plains University.
Yes.
Last time, the crew has been dealing with a series of shapeshifters that have invaded the multiverse. And they discovered that Marley's father had been taken by one and been impersonating him for some time. So they returned to the Shadowfell and her ancestral manor to right that wrong, where they were confronted by said shapeshifter, Marley's mother, and Veja, the one who sees from afar. Veja did like two things and then was like, "Peace!" Cast plane shift. And they continued to fight Marley's mom, who did not turn into a puddle of goop, as is customary of these shapeshifters, meaning that was just Marley's mom, who full-on engaged in combat with the group. So we pick up with Marley holding her mother. Storm has cast Greater Restoration on her. And Marley's father, his shirt miraculously intact, is standing shocked behind the group.
Am I correct? I think Marley spent a charge of restoration as well.
Yes.
So
two
Greater Restorations. Excellent.
Sweet.
And I believe I can do I forget. I remember asking the question. I forget what the answer was, or if it was answered. If the multiple applications of Greater Restoration will work, like on the day, or if we need to spread them out over time.
You think it would help? I will say the kind of the severity of this. It's not going to pass the first two. It's not going to make a meaningful difference. Now she just needs time. So I personally would say save your slot in case something happens.
Right, because we're not done yet.
Right, you're still in the Shadowfell.
Right. Plus, Veja could just be just taking a time out,
just walking between realities,
waiting for us to drop our guard and gank us.
The nature of what her mother has isn't disease based, right? We just think it's like mental injury, more or less.
Yeah, it's probably
Spent
closest.
some time around a greater evil from the far plane, if I'm correct.
It's closest to a curse mechanically, but it's not a disease now.
I'm no help here. All I could do is kill her again. So just let me know if that's a thing.
That might fix it. Why are we talking about that?
No. I
Right.
spared the dying on her.
I just want to be clear. What the options are for me is how I can assist in the situation.
Vraska nods.
I have a battle axe. That's about it.
Vraska says, "Killing people always solves my problems." Not the right time. I'm sorry, Ariel.
You're very wise, Vraska. This is why we work out together so well.
Thank you. Yeah, I know.
They high five or something softly on the side.
High five, then stare off into the distance to remember all the times that killing totally didn't solve any of her problems. Just snakes are crying.
I probably rather unconsciously take my mother's hand just as I'm watching this tragedy unfold. mothers and daughters, sunrise, sunset, tradition, all that kind of thing.
Your mother is humming The Cats in the Cradle.
So she needs rest? You think she just needs rest now?
Yeah, she's knocked out still. So she hasn't really come to or been conscious in any meaningful way to talk to you. But yeah, she doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like a fake version of your mom, like, you know, like your dad did. She just feels off.
The big question is, how did it get to her from the Raven Queen? Because we had handed over what did we call it? The Gallanteer? Paladin?
Mm-hmm.
No, the Gallanteer.
The Gallanteer.
Gallanteer, right.
It's intellectually
distinct in every way.
Right. The damaged viewing rock.
Mm-hmm.
The two are former short-term employer, long-term matron of Marley, the Lady of Fate, Winter, and Death, the Raven Queen. But so I'm kind of wondering how she's doing. Maybe we should check in on her. And like how long this has been happening with your mom. Like, does time work the same way? We haven't been gone long in game as far as, right, our sleeps and wakes are
right.
concerned.
Yeah, it hasn't been
since
it's only
that
been
happened.
a couple of days, right?
It has not
Right.
been that long.
Right.
No.
Add some flow time that we kind of fast forward through, but yes, it's been no more than probably a week.
Yeah.
As we know it, not like a 10-day, like a
Right.
week.
Right, and I know
5
in
to
the
7 days.
Feywild, time can be whoa when you go in and out. Like, you can be in there a lot longer than you thought, or a lot shorter than you thought relative to Prime Material. I don't know if the Shadowfell works the same way or not, having only traversed this veil a few times. But so I don't know if this just happened today, and she got overwhelmed suddenly, or if this has been a gradual thing, or what. Or if perhaps... And here's something. She has a connection to the Raven Queen, right?
Yeah, she's a warlock.
A very direct one, yes.
So if she draws her power from the Raven Queen, if the Raven Queen is perhaps corrupted, that power conduit becomes corrupted, and perhaps that's how your mother got taken. And he sort of maybe rode the telephone line the way the Atom used to like get to your mom or something, you know, through that connection. I don't know. This is me spitballing magic stuff, but
I have my suspicions, but I'm correct. The last known memory we have of Jupiter is he did meet Marty. That was truly him when we met him in the Raven Palace.
The first time, yes.
That's the last we can confirm real Jupiter was around.
Yes.
So he's had all that time. I have my suspicions that Jupiter went and was like, oh, I need that treasure for something, and then put it under what's her name's pillow this whole time, something, and let Farplane monsters talk to her. But boy, I do not want to go back to that palace, but I would, because I think that's a valid lead, and perhaps the Raven Queen would like to know how her champion's doing, if she doesn't already.
Well, also, like, we have to prepare ourselves, right?
I wouldn't mind a sleep, if that's what you're saying. And
yes, and I'm also saying we have to prepare ourselves for the possibility that the Raven Queen themselves is corrupted, or influenced, or incapacitated, or I don't know.
We were invited in, so I do think we have the run of the place for the evening, or whatever passes this evening here.
Yeah, Marley's dad will kind of look around and say, I'm going to look for Reed, and then he's going to leave the room.
That makes sense.
I would
Yeah.
just like to take note that you did not rush to your mother's side, so there's trouble there, and I think that's ringing to old
Should we just stay with this 2x2 protocol?
in there.
Should we stay with the 2x2 protocol at least? Since we
yes,
don't know how many
shape-
creepy crawlies are around.
Oh,
Do you want to go with
shoot,
your
Jupiter?
go with-
Yes,
Yeah. Do you want to go with your dad, or do you want to?
I can do it if you want to stay with your mother. Jupiter and I are fine together.
Yeah, I'd like to stay with most honorable
Sure.
mother.
Absolutely, I'm on it. Don't worry. You
Okay.
got it. Just scooch between the Medusa and the scary one, and I'll just keep my eyes out. I can message and stuff
Don't we have a telepathic bond or something?
for a little bit longer.
Recast it.
I'm looking up how long.
I think it lasts like an
I think
hour, doesn't it?
It's an hour. It's an hour.
Yeah, yes.
Well,
Yes.
in that case, Ariel's like looking at decor and like touching things. Oh, how hideous. Much too joyful.
Oh my.
And the shadow.
Shadow fell. Very nice.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh, am I thinking out loud again?
The skull appears to be grinning. Pathetic.
Yeah.
How gauche. There's color.
They really should put some more shadow in that sky out there.
I can't believe I can actually see.
Yeah, and I want to think that when she says color, it's gray. It's just gray.
It is a color.
It's
Too
eggshell.
warm of a gray.
Yeah.
Yes.
E crew, I see.
I would like to almost like I shouldn't even be like conceiving of this. Very gingerly take my mother in my arms and then go to try and find a bed
Okay.
to place her in.
What's your strength?
10?
10? Okay, 10 is good enough. It's not 8.
Okay, yeah.
You can lift her. Not for an extended period of time, but you could take her to a bed, yes.
You could have only done a little bit worse. But
Yes.
You did good enough.
Yeah. She's, she's a middle-aged elven woman. It's not like she doesn't wear armor or anything. You got
Yeah.
lucky. It's not your dad.
Oh gosh, I wouldn't even.
You'd have to turn into a bear to carry him
Yeah.
in his full plate.
Oh god. I'll consider going and placing her in her own bedroom and then like do that thing of like I can't go into my parents' bedroom. That's like, it's like a sanctum you can't enter. So I'll put her in my bed.
Your teenage 4-poster.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like too small for her. Her feet hang off the.
I'm trying.
Do you need anything, Marley? Is there anything I can do?
I mean, probably like some rest, right?
Do you need to eat? Do you need some food?
I'm trying to process a lot of things right now.
I'm not going to give you any choices. I'm just going to bring you some food. I'll be back.
That sounds great. Thank you.
So I'll go make food, something. Shadowfell cuisine.
If you would like assistance, Slouch, the shadow giant butler, can help you.
Like Slouch.
Just kind of...
Sure.
He's like standing somewhere and you walk by and he like just kind of steps forward and you're like, oh god, it's a person. It was a statue.
That's a spin-off cooking show waiting to happen. Slouch and Storm of Stars. Just cooking Shadowfell recipes.
Well, really, Villyana should be here to be like picking. I'll take notes for Villyana.
For sure.
Storm, you're just
Appreciate that.
raiding the cabinets for any kind of spice. Just nothing.
It's a lot of like gray forage, I imagine.
I can prestidigitate.
Oh, there you go.
So That is something. So I will make
Oh, you
the
find
gruel less
Yeah.
gruely.
vinegar is the only thing they have.
Oh, Old Bay. Oh, Old Bay blandinizer. That's not a thing. Oh, it just tastes like an Old Bay. Gross.
Nothing
like-
but the bagel seasoning. It just tastes like plain bagel, I guess. Okay.
That got Marty.
Yeah, it really did. I can't dunk on the Shadowfell enough. It sucks, but I love it.
Okay. So Storm goes into the kitchen, starts to prepare some food.
With Slouch and anyone else?
There are shadow goblins around.
You might want to take
anyone
Hester's
else?
mom.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
yeah. You can take an NPC with you if you want. Vraska.
I'll take Lily. I'll take Lily with me.
Okay.
Or Hester,
Yeah, my mother.
your mom.
yes.
Your mom. That's what I mean.
Yeah, she'll join you in raiding the shelves and being like, "There's nothing."
What can we do with this? Right,
It's just-
brainstorming. I like.
Yeah. Just
I would like to invoke my Terry Pratchett that a good countrywoman always has half an onion on her. So I do trust that my mother has half an onion in a pocket. Like,
Right.
Growing like another onion out of it at this point.
she cuts that one
That's
off
how
and she's
you
like,
always
"That's a
have.
good."
It.
Yep.
Right.
there's another half an onion waiting to happen.
Are we worried about any other,
Goopies.
any other things hanging about the house? Me and Vraska.
That's why we're all.
As nice as this study is, or whatever we're in. We're getting a little antsy here.
Vraska does kind of nod, like maybe let's leave her to it, and yeah, let's go find some shapeshifters.
Yes, perfect. Was starting to get itchy.
Now we're each with an NPC.
You are.
Oh, wait, that didn't go very well last.
Oh no. We're gonna start muting.
So, in my head, while we have it, through Rary's telepathic bond, I'll just like call out, just kind of like 1, and expect you guys to pick up 2, 3, 4, so we can kind of like ping off of each other that we're still currently safe. As I guess I'm going with Jupiter to try and find Reed.
I will, as I cook, do a counter charm on the telepathic bond, which will give everyone advantage on saving throws against being charmed or frightened.
I will say it out loud and also in my head too.
Oh, Marley.
I will say 3. 3 then as well. My song will be all about 3s. And how
Sure.
great 3s are. And no offense, Ariel, but 3.
Oh, Marley, so monoplicitous, I believe, was the
Yeah, she's a regular one face.
the regular one face.
That's right.
Okay, yeah. The NPCs chime in where appropriate.
Everybody but Slouch should be in the call.
Do we want Slouch in the call?
I think I'd have to recast it. I don't know when I have to name my
Yeah, but
targets.
does
I'll
that
look it
give you a spell slot back with your cheese build?
Don't worry about it. My cheese build is fine. Also, as a country girl, I can make cheese. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, no, I have to name it at the casting, so we'll just wait. We can message Slouch.
It was. Never mind. I'll look this up later. Okay. Marley.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother starts to stir.
Oh, okay.
And she looks at you and says, Marlton. No.
Marlton Quagmire Elf.
Quagmire.
Marlton, Quarlton Elf, you go back to your room. Redusted, it's in such a state. No, your mother says, Marley, what have you done?
What do you mean, most honorable mother?
My ears go up when I start hearing you talking to your mom.
Where is Veja?
Oh, shit. I'm going to start heading out of the kitchen towards the room. I'm still singing that countercharge.
I'm gonna like whisper under my breath. I need some help. But also saying it telepathically in my head.
I say 4. Oh, sorry, I just realized I didn't count.
You're playing golf in the front yard.
Oh, Ariel.
Veja disappeared. Went to another plane.
She says, but his work was unfinished.
What work exactly?
She says, I am not prepared. He was not done. We must find him again for the Raven Queen.
For the Raven Queen?
For the Raven Queen. She says, she looks at you dead in the eye, and she says, you will do as your matron says, as I do what my matron demands.
I know not what the matron asks of us, though.
She calls upon me for great service. I will be a vessel for the Raven Queen.
A vessel for her?
That is what she asks, and I do what I must.
I feel I do not understand. Why? What will happen with the Raven Queen that you must become her vessel?
She says to be reunited with her love, she must take a mortal form, and she has chosen me.
Ask her who her love is. Maybe.
And who is her love?
She says, I know not of her name, only that she is a lady of pain.
Oh.
You know what? I'll bet she'll keep together.
with the resident as the pander? No. Oh my god.
And Veja's too was asked by the matron to prepare you as his vessel?
Yes, he could empty me of my mortal soul.
Said 4. Is nobody going to count 5? How is this working?
It's just rude.
I was one. It has to get back to me. I'll nudge Jupiter.
5.
That's better.
Vraska will say 6.
And you heard of this request from the matron herself, not from Veja?
Yes. Shortly after you left the last time, the matron came to me with this request.
Then you must rest, and we shall go to speak with the matron about how I can assist you.
She smiles, a surprised smile, and she says, Marley, thank you. Storm comes walking around the corner, and we'll continue that in a moment. Hester and Ariel, can I get perception checks on the opposite ends of the house that you're on?
Perception.
And I will roll.
I mean, of course,
for
Andrew,
NPCs.
whatever it is.
Or investigation, if that is slightly better.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 16, so I'll take that as being better than average.
I forgot you paid D&D Beyond for your dice rolls.
Yes. Yeah, oh my god. I could have a dirty 20 if it was investigation, but
Okay.
I'm looking for Reed and otherwise preoccupied. I am probably idling some of the time with like, oh, Jupiter, there's something you might not know. Reed was working for Orcus for a minute, so just like kind of like, he's better now, but like we've cured him from that. Yeah, there was a sword, a talking sword. Maybe you have some history with them. Anyway, but yeah, just trying to catch him up on the fact that like Reed may not be well anyway. So if he's acting a little funny, it's not immediately a sign of malfeasance.
Yeah, and if you tell him that, he's like, "Oh, I hate that sword," because he fought the demon in the sword. Like it's a whole thing.
Oh, sure. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. You were there.
Gets
I feel like
far
a
off.
4 perception
Another-
is better than a 7 investigation for me. But
Okay. Yep.
the numbers thing has got Ariel all thrown off.
Yeah.
Sure,
Nobody's
sure.
counting.
Now Vraska's distracted because you're distracted. Of just like, no. Now it bothers me too. You know what? I
what?
see you pointed it out. Now I can't not notice it.
Hung up on my mother. She's waiting for 8 because she's the 8th daughter. And I'm the 8th daughter of an 8th daughter. It's a whole thing.
Okay, so you you get to Reed's room finally. Jupiter knocks on the door, but does like it's like knock enter. Like it's barely there's no beat.
Yes.
We call that a Shadowfell entrance.
Yep. Damn!
Ariel knows all about those.
Ariel just usually uses her foot. But yes.
Right.
Dude, this
So
isn't
it's still a
cool.
knock even when you use your foot.
That's right.
Okay, yeah. So you open the door. Reed is kind of quickly stands and clearly puts something behind his back.
Mm-hmm.
Jupiter's like, now. in a firmer voice than you have ever heard. He's mostly been nice so far, and now he's clearly upset.
And it's doing nothing for me. Don't worry about it.
And Reed pulls a bone-thin sword from behind his back.
God damn it, Reed.
And he says, "The Raven Queen compels it." Hester, roll initiative.
Knew we shouldn't have given this bitch a magical tree. Like every worst weapon we fucking did. All right, cool.
Ariel,
What did you roll?
did your luck run out?
No, I'm in the same room as that fucking bone-breaking asshole sword. Luckily, I can occupy the same space as Jupiter whenever I want.
Wow. Okay. My homebrew collection. I gotta pull out that sword.
Yet. What's goddamn name? Splinter? Sorry,
Fracture.
Fracture, yeah. Sorry, I realized that like all my shit is buried, so I don't have my notes. Oh, I might be my notes.
Oh, Crimson. Okay, here we go. Fracture. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through all my homebrew stuff. Okay. Ariel, you and Vraska are walking, and Vraska says, "Boy, I do not envy any dealings with family politics. It's just so messy."
Yes, it seems cruel to say, but perhaps it's better off the family was dead. I mean, it removes the politics, does it not?
There is an elegance in the simplicity and ruthlessness of your thought, Ariel, that I appreciate.
Thank you, Vraska. That's why I'm here for you.
Yes. I think you would do well on Ravnica. If you ever tire of wandering, perhaps we could go back after I find my Jace and you find whatever you need.
Perhaps we've both already found what we need.
I ship it.
Ariel. That's no good.
Ariel? I don't know.
Araska.
Araska's pretty good. And then a demon named Araska appears.
Araska only once. You know what I mean?
Now you ruined it. No, it's done. Now it can't happen.
Ariel and Nebraska meet eyes and go, no.
No.
No, the name is simply too dumb. It cannot be.
Our celebrity couple name is silly, and I do not care for it.
You have a middle... No, never mind. There's no middle name.
It's
Forget
the moment
it. We're trying
has
too
passed.
hard now.
Or you could go for one of those like odd ship names. Be like Stone Cold.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Good, very good. I like that.
Or Pirate Ladies.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Well,
There's
we'll
no
put that
bad
on the
ideas.
list, but
Yeah, well, it's on the whiteboard.
we'll
It's
just
a
put
little,
this down way down here at the bottom. In
yeah,
very small
it's a little writing in the lower right-hand corner so we can all see it. That's all I'm doing.
I missed D&D. Okay. Okay. So, Vraska and Ariel are wandering the grounds, looking for any signs of a disturbance.
Some call it disturbance, some call it fun.
So, May I ask about the telepathic bond? Are we aware of all converse that is sort of passing through people, or is it about active thinking? You know what I mean? Like, are we just sort of listening in on everyone's process? Or do you have to be like...
You have to... You can communicate telepathically, so you have to...
I'm going to assume we know Marley's every thought.
Right.
Everyone else should state what they're broadcasting, I think.
Right. Just curious, because you're in an initiative situation now. And so I don't know. Anyway.
And I can confirm it's any distance. So long as we're on the same plane, we can talk for the duration. So
yes.
Oh, wow.
Great. So, okay, but barring you saying help, we don't know necessarily that anything's happening automatically. Okay, cool. Great.
Oh, good. I have. Okay. Okay. So, Ariel and Vraska, neither of you rolled very well on your perception check, so you are sort of wandering aimlessly.
Okay.
Currently.
I was going to say I have the battle axe warning on me that you gave me. Andy,
oh yes, so you get
just so you know,
+2 to initiative, and it tells you when you're about to fight. Hey, hello, heads up.
Yeah. Press vibrate. I have it on. I don't have it on ringer because that's kind of rude at other people's houses. So
right. Thank you.
Do not disturb mode.
Yeah. It still works. It's just different form.
What does it sound? What does it sound like when it isn't on vibrate? Like it screams.
I imagine it's something like way too joyful.
That's why she. Yeah, that's why she keeps
early
on vibrating.
2000s pop song hits or something, and it's like, oh, just infuriates her even more where she wants to.
But it's a guilty pleasure, and that's why.
What is it? Eiffel 47.
Yeah.
Blue. Real quick, just for note-taking sake, Marley, your mother's name is what again?
Odelia.
Odelia. Okay. Odelia, so bad for yourself. Okay. Good.
Okay. Storm, and Marley. Storm, you come into the room right as this conversation is wrapping up.
Right. I guess
Which you can presume that you heard about half of.
Right.
My half.
Right. So I guess I'll just check the vibe of the room. Read Marley. So, I don't know what vibes you're putting out.
Intense.
I was gonna say pick one word to describe that.
Yeah.
Describe how that room feels.
And your mother is falling asleep? Is that what's happening? Or is she still sort of visibly awake, Andy?
She's visibly awake. She's kind of patting. She's being more affectionate than you would probably think that Marley's mom is, based on the interaction you've had with Marley's mom.
I'm going to subtly let Marley know telepathically that I'm here and I'm just outside the door. I'm just going to wait.
Marley will say, in kind of under her breath, "Thank you, Storm." And if her mother is doting on her in any way, she's very uncomfortable and probably sweating profusely.
Because it's weird, right? Do you want me to... I'm out here if you need me. I'll just wait.
Hester, seeing you, kind of hustles around the corner. What'd I miss? What's the gossip?
I don't know. Marley's mother is awake and they seem to be relating. So, yeah, and I sort of point at my forehead, like,
right,
inside head
you
voice.
got it. She
so
telepathically says, "Got it." Mothers and daughters,
right? Yeah,
kind of very
mother, right?
surreptitiously, like I do, and also dodges. Kind of leans through the door. Okay. Yes, Marley.
I'll just kind of try and make sure that my mother is comfortable.
Okay.
But, like, touch around her. This is a weird... Marley's not sure how to act. Her mom's not affectionate.
What? Really?
Has she ever been sick? Has she ever been sick in front of you before? It's just weird, too. Just seeing her, like, helpless or weak.
Brought low, yeah.
Yeah, if she's been sick a day in her life, Marley has never known it.
So it's a real role reversal of weirdness.
A healthy Shadowfell, yeah.
Right. Yeah, we should close up the windows and get some more dust in this room, right?
All this secondhand mist isn't good for you.
Yeah, someone should start smoking heavily in the room to make sure that her lungs fill up, right? That's what we want.
They should be full.
Keeps the infection out.
This is the first good suggestion I've heard of this mind channel.
There's Ariel putting out her like seventh cigarette on the back of her hand. She like after chain smoke lighting the eighth one.
I don't even smoke. I just put them out of my hand.
I just puff and burn.
I light them out on the hand.
I don't smoke. My hand smokes.
That's right. I'm addicted to the ritual is all.
Hester, what was your initiative?
Oh, I didn't roll it.
Okay.
You're hoping it would go away.
Yeah, I was thinking
they'll talk and the combat will go on. Right?
That's fine. 13.
Okay.
Goodness, I have none of my DM fuckery.
I will, like, because I do think that we need to get to the Raven Queen, like, ASAP, but I don't know. So I will kind of, like, say under my breath and then telepathically, Storm, could you maybe go get my dad?
Yes, I will. Fine. Where's your brother's room?
At the end of the hall.
Yeah, right. I need to be in the right wing.
I'll head. I'll ask Hester Senior to just sort of keep an eye on things, and I'll head down that way.
Yeah, she is like fixed on it. Yeah.
She's got one of those like a cup to the door wall. Or something. Listening.
A country woman always has a cup for cupping to doors. It's
to hold her half onion.
That's right. There's a lot of things country women do that you guys don't know about.
Yeah, she pulls out a bunch of keys. You don't know what to. A half an onion and a cup. Just...
and a horse bit. No bridle, just the bit.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go. Okay. Normal speed.
Hester, does a 15 hit your armor class?
I think you know it does. Let me just make sure. Ooh. How apparent is this? Like, read...
Oh, like, he is stabbing you.
All right, then I will shield out of it.
Okay.
I am... Provided you'll let me. If he goes first... No, I have a reaction either way, right?
Yep.
I wasn't surprised.
You're not surprised, yeah.
Okay. Then I will shield out of it. That would have hit, so I'm at a 20.
Ooh, second roll is a 20.
Okay, well, then that one for sure hits and probably breaks all my bones. What a wonderful sword you do.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck.
Don't fail.
I am a hearty country girl. I know I usually brag about going to university, but I played a lot of field hockey.
You drank a lot of bone marrow when you were a child,
been established.
right?
What is it? Oh, God.
Ooh.
Can you see that, Andrew? It's a 17. It's 15 plus 2.
So you're good, but you do take 10 piercing.
Sure.
And 13 necrotic damage.
Okay. 23 total, since I have no particular affinities to either of them. Luckily, those temporary hit points. No, oh shit, were they from a bear or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They would have worn off.
Yeah, or you're out of the range of it.
Okay. Hold on then. Again, I don't know how much you can see of what I'm doing, but I'm just healing back to full and then taking 23 damage. So
Okay.
That's the best way to take 23 damage.
Yeah.
Heal up first.
Yeah, yep. Oh, God. Thank goodness for shield. Okay. Ooh.
And
Good
then
spell.
read. What the hell is that? Sorry, there's a magic item I don't remember creating in here. And then he will cast Armor of Agathis on himself.
I like to pronounce it. I got this.
That would earn you inspiration in other places. In the theme, but not here.
I believe in a multiverse. I mean, we can always transfer it over.
I don't make the rules.
No, I mean, tonight's work can go into your game. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
And it is Shadowfell. It blocks a lot of stuff.
Yeah, the reception's terrible. Like, it's a real dead zone.
If I stand on one foot and like wave, like put my sword up to catch a what? No. Like, hey.
Someone holds a piece of aluminum foil near you, and then it works. Hester, it is your turn.
Okay. Great.
Great. It's a long list of people with initiative.
I for sure wanted to go, so no worries. Great. Things are great. Good and great also. Good. But so great.
Maybe great.
You could telepathically call for help. You know?
It hasn't been my turn yet. I promise I'm not trying to... Or I'm not going to hog all the fracture to myself, you guys. I know you guys think I can tank this, but I guarantee you I cannot.
You also have the kid's dad right there, too. Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
He just rolled poor for his initiative. He actually has a pretty solid initiative score. He'll go next, but...
So yes, I will announce over the telepathic bond. Reed has fracture. Reed has fracture. Reed has fracture. Reed has fracture.
How did you hurt him? How did you hurt him? How did you hurt him?
I would then.
What did you fracture?
Because I'm not disengaging from this a-hole. I'm going to reach out and touch him, and cast Synaptic Static 31 feet from myself.
Okay. I think I've established he's very smart. He's not.
Yeah, no, I think I boned this dork with it last time, so it works again.
10. So that's a fail.
Okay. Fantastic.
So minus D6 for save or something?
Ooh, a lot of ones and shit. 18 damage, but I'll take the negative D6 to shit, for sure.
Yeah, that's a fantastic effect.
Yeah, I haven't had to make a save, but I am close to a paladin. Is that correct? Is Jupiter a paladin?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to want to keep that in mind, hopefully.
Andy, since I'm on my way and Marty asked for help, should me or anyone else who might want to help roll for initiative or not?
Yes, at the end of this round, I'll have you. So go ahead and roll, and I'll get it in a second.
Great.
Which means Hester's mom will help too. And that. Hold on. I'm going to roll a luck check. Perfect. Okay. Ariel and Vraska in their tour of the grounds are not far, so they can roll initiative too, and then you'll overpower this weenie. Okay. Okay. Jupiter's turn. Pull his stats. Oh, really? Fine. Another feat. Okay. Jupiter will take his, pull his symbol of the Raven Queen off of his armor, and he will very politely say, "Pardon me, Hester," and kind of step in front of you, and then he will basically punch Jupiter with it, and he's going to abjure the extra planar and try and banish the demon from him.
Okay. Cool.
My dad is badass.
Dad ass.
Yeah.
Also inspiration worthy.
Just warming up.
Good sir.
Sadly,
Some things are pro bono.
Reed will roll a 19 on the die, so he's going to succeed.
What a weenie.
Wow.
Ooh. Yeah, Storm and Ariel, what were your initiatives?
Did Jupiter have the minus D6? Oh, not Jupiter. Reed.
Oh, he didn't.
It's only on concentration.
Yeah,
oh,
save.
shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's attacks, skill checks, and concentration.
So
Funny
many
enough,
variables.
Ariel's at a 4.
Okay. And
Still just waiting for a 5. The Garrett is out there waiting for a 5.
How funny. Bueller.
and Storm?
18.
Okay, so back up at the top. It is Reed again. He'll attack his dad twice. Ooh.
That's
With minus D6s. Not even. No. No good. That's bad.
good job, Master.
Oh no, don't cut off his shirt.
Isn't that like a plate shirt?
Whatever it is, it's wonderful.
But like unbuttoned to his navel. Right?
So,
It's like
yes.
somehow behaves like a 1970s silk shirt.
I was about to say it's like classic Cyborg. He's just all exposed to chest.
Yeah.
Right.
Although in the Shadowfell, I kind of expect, and apologies if this is a joke for two of you, but it's all Tetsuya Nomura has done everything here. It's all fucking belts and black and half pant legs and just like, what are we doing?
Yeah, like a weird
Impractical.
basket for a shoulder
right.
piece, and you're like, that's not protecting anything.
Yeah.
Adelia
Giant
just
clown
straight up
shoes.
wears Lulu's outfit.
Oh, 100%.
100%. So heavy. Why do belts are supposed to keep things up? Anyway.
Okay, let's see. His int save 16 to get out of synaptic static.
Ooh, I am actually pretty underwhelming as a wizard. 16 is the target number.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
used to rewriting reality in my favor. No, wait, I've got that intellect band. Does that not do anything for me? Jeez.
It probably added, because your save before was like 14.
Yeah, I mean, my intelligence is full modified, so yes,
Yeah.
it's a 16.
You boned his turn, by the way. He rolled like a just crap, and then minus the d6 was just absolute garbage. So
No, that's all right. Even if you were like, look, Orcus doesn't need the only bad guy to suck this bad right now.
That's that. Storm, you kind of run around the corner. You can see you're fighting this a-hole again. Marley's dad is up in his face.
And Hester's just behind, like maybe looking at the conflict.
I'm heroically hanging off of Jupiter's calf. Like a Conan cover.
I love it. Beautiful. I'm going to ask the kid to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 17, please.
Is this a charm effect? Let me ask that before.
It is not a charm effect.
Then I rolled
Transmutation.
a 10.
He is now a glistening, moist little frog.
Okay.
And I walk over and I'll pick up that little frog and I'll hold him in my hand and try and pray that he doesn't pee in it. But I know better. I know it's happening.
He's peeing in it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
The second you picked him up, he's probably peeing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the bone sword is like just on the ground now. You dropped it if he's been changed into a frog.
Yeah. I was thinking about making a topical frog joke. Got a little one.
Fuck yeah!
Still dressed like Reed.
I'm down if he wanted wearing a little outfit.
He is wearing a little outfit because I think that's cute and funny. But no, Fracture is on the ground.
Okay, I remember this is really so I've already used my action to polymorph him, so I can't. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless we're deeming combat done, but I wouldn't recommend touching that sword with an unmaged hand. Anyway, I will.
Like Ariel walks in and just picks up the sword. Look,
I know. It's like, oh, okay. This is our new.
I'll send you what it does, Ariel. You're gonna fuck these people over as a paladin with this thing.
God. We would be boned, literally.
Surely it's a charisma save. Surely it's a charisma save, Andrew.
Probably. For possession? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to inspire Hester, because I think you're next. So, I'll give you inspiration. And I'm done. I'm holding that little frog boy. Wow, what a day.
It's been a long day.
Right?
They need some things to stop attacking me, and I hope one of you has a greater restoration in you.
I feel like Ariel and Vraska show up and we're like, this is what you called us here for.
It's a
Holding
frog.
a frog. Hester's like out of breath.
It's wearing cute clothes, I will say, but...
It's the most belts you've seen on a frog ever.
Right.
It's goth frog. Come on.
Name for the reeds it calls home. Unimpressed.
Vraska steps forward and says, this frog is the issue.
Not currently. I have the frog. Don't worry about it.
Perhaps it's the urine, Vraska.
Oh, disgusting.
Maybe it's poisonous.
Do we want him to remain a frog indefinitely?
If you can manage that without harming him, yes.
Right. He petrifies.
Okay. Thank you.
Are the clothes petrified too? Or?
Yes, and the pee.
Oh,
I have to pick out all this stone pee out of my fur. All this pea stones. Oh, that's good. Some alchemist is going to want pea stones. I'm going to save this stuff.
Isn't that what saltpeter is essentially?
Basically.
Yeah, it's kind of pea stones, pea crystals.
That's got to be a special, like, 9th level spell ingredient or something, right?
Right.
Stones of a petrified frog.
Certainly has, yeah.
If you're trying to cast Wish without that, you're not doing it right.
And a legion of screaming hags are out there just kind of like, bring it to me.
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah.
How much do you want for that?
That's worth like a village of children to a hag.
Totally. Oh my god. Village of children.
Okay. So that's basically that. So there's still the sword.
Yes.
Jupiter will look at it, and he will look at Ariel like, is there anything you can do about this? You're an executioner. Can you destroy artifacts or anything?
I don't think. You're asking me to wield this.
No.
He says it is possessed by a demon. If you think you can win a battle of wills with it, I mean, I don't
Every
suggest
moment
this,
of your
but
waking life.
it's a pretty sweet sword. Don't pick it up.
No.
Who's saying
Look,
this?
I'll handle this.
Is he
Mage
challenging me?
No. You need to challenge yourself, not to pick it
I'm
up.
gonna see how Ariel reacts to this.
I'm mage handing that shit into my bag of holding now.
Alright.
That's what we did with it last time. Too dangerous. Because it affected this kid's got like the,
Yes,
Sorry,
you would be a thrall of Orcus if you possess this, and I hope you know who that is.
Fine. Perhaps we shall try it another time.
You what? You really want to submit your will to a demon?
Look, once they're back on their ship, they can have whatever they want. But
We have to destroy this thing.
Jupiter, there's something terribly wrong with the Raven Queen, or people representing the Raven Queen. Or we fully armed with like a magical arsenal, the Raven Queen? Over several streams. It's not good.
It's not like you gave her Ebonbane or anything.
We didn't.
Oh,
Does that help?
that's good.
No, we gave her.
Anybody give her
the
any of the bits of
residents.
Vecna? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh no, Koss has that. That's fine.
That's fine.
No, we just gave her the blood crystal raven skull thing.
Is that the source of all this matter?
Seems benign.
All right. We've stone-frogged Marley's brother.
Can we long rest safely?
I hope so, because we cannot confront the Raven Queen like this.
Exactly.
Jupiter
Let's
says
all-
we cannot
And-
confront the Raven Queen.
What? Why not? We have to
First
save
of all, lair actions. Second of all,
That's will we get her out of there.
That's a point.
Let's draw her out.
Home field advantage on every field right now.
she is a god.
Well, what?
No,
What are we going to flee and abandon the Shadowfell to possession by some corrupted god?
I mean, she's a tragic story who's kind of ascended to kind of a godlike status. I don't know if call her a god.
Layer actions, God. Only talking my language.
See,
Just more
this
reasons
is the
to
kind
show
of,
up.
This is the kind of initiative we need.
Simply
Vraska,
won't
you in?
do it without a bath and a nap. I don't.
If the Raven Queen has a door for my boot to knock on, I simply could not resist.
Here's the other thing. Like, if she is influenced by this thing, is she really fully herself? And might that not be something we could exploit? And if she could be influenced by this thing, how powerful is she? We bested the resident the first time. We made him run from us this last time.
Fairly early into this conversation, I'll remind everyone to do it silently. Everyone carry on,
Yes.
but I would just kind of be like...
Oh, yeah. This is all
Yeah.
telepathic.
Because, look, we can
We've got
follow
spies.
2 to 3 if we unfrog Reed of her supposed agents and say, they got us, we're fully on board, and at least Trojan horses us through the door. Sorry, not Trojan. Neverwinter horses us through the door. Nailed it.
Did that happen there?
That'd be way more Baldur's Gate or
Yeah.
something, right?
Well, Neverwinter just catapults horses at your gate until it knocks it down.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, I'm not going
They
to say
never
that's
understood
wrong.
what horses were. They're not a plains people.
Sorry, this is only for Marty, but whenever I think of Neverwinter, I do always think of that one guard chasing Trianda throughout the whole city.
So we're going to talk about the loose orc in this town? Yes, I say we all pair up in rooms, lock the doors if able. I can detect Slouch's thoughts before bed to make sure that Slouch is Slouch, and he can stay in front of the door if he's some kind of flesh golem. What is he?
Jupiter will say he's a shadow giant. He's a lesser giant.
What did I say?
Flesh golem.
Anyway.
They're constructs. They are distinct.
Well,
Intellectually distinct.
sure.
I think we should all stay in the same room if we can.
I was going to suggest slumber party in Marley's room, and then we can take watches in case Vesha
watches.
shows back up.
Yep. 2 by 2 at least up. I'll take first watch.
What?
I-
I'll just leave my weapon on.
Okay.
You gonna sleep in your armor?
It 30 feet. Nobody can be surprised in 30 feet.
Oh,
And if something shows up, it
Sure.
wakes us up.
that's
Good.
good.
So everybody gets some rest.
So you turn it off of do not disturb mode.
Yeah, right. Right. So everybody hears the pop music, and then
It's been on
Startled.
airplane mode the whole time, which only means it responds to things from the airplane.
Goes from
I'm very
I
proud
would
of that
prefer
one.
Negative inspiration, but that.
I don't know that's coming through, but I'm very proud of myself.
That's very good.
Okay. Everyone piles into Marley's room. It's not really. I mean, it's big.
My mother and I
but-
can sleep under the bed. We're
Yeah.
fine.
The small childhood bed that your mom is already sleeping on with her feet
Yes.
hanging off.
Storm can probably climb under here with us too. I hope that's not racist.
Oh, it's fine.
Jupiter
Let's
very
curl up.
gently puts
Make some
his
biscuits.
stone frog son on a dresser.
I can hang on to it if you worry about
He says,
it falling off the shelf.
Yes. No. Yes. He kind of just glances at his wife, and then he says, Marley, a word. And he steps outside.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
He says, What did she say to you?
So bad news. Apparently Vesha was preparing her as a vessel for Raven, so that the Raven Queen can go and meet her love, known as the Lady of Pain.
What?
Yeah, that was kind of my reaction. Yeah.
What did you tell her?
I told her to get some rest and that I needed to go to speak to the Raven Queen.
And what will you say to the Raven Queen?
I don't know, but I don't feel like the answers lie with Mother. I feel like she must have been tricked somehow by Veja. Maybe her mind distorted into believing the instructions were coming from the matron, or maybe Veja took on the visage of the Raven Queen. I'm not sure, but the answers seem to lie there.
Yes, that makes sense. Or not to imply that our matron has been kidnapped by these shapeshifters, but perhaps they could make a facsimile simply by looking at her and not imitate her powers or something.
Yeah,
The one that was imitating me, perhaps. The Raven Queen will. Yeah, she will set this right. A lady of pain.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of such a lady?
He says, yes, in my spelljamming days, I did do some planescaping as well. Nailed it. It works. And he says,
I took a job over the summer planescaping.
just shirt constantly off.
Planar sunburn is the worst.
Yeah, sure.
And he says the center of the multiverse is allegedly at the center of the multiverse is a city called Sigil, and it's an odd, confusing place, but the only sort of recognizable power there is a being known as the Lady of Pain. I don't know what our matron would want with her.
Yeah, do I remember anything from Shadowfell Sunday School about the Raven Queen having a love in the Lady of Pain?
There are, and Hester has probably heard this version of the story. There is a version of the story where the Raven Queen had a love, but it's usually not a woman. It is in that version of the myth a man, and they're the one who, if I remember correctly, they were a god, and then she kind of usurped his portfolio. In the
Neryl
yeah,
was his name, right?
In the
yes,
Nenter Vale.
Mirador has the Dawn War pantheon for the most part, so yes.
So you've heard that version. There are several different versions of the kind of origin of the Raven Queen. There's another version where she just flipped off Coralon and Lolth during the kind of the big elf war, and she's just like, fuck both of you, and left to the Shadowfell. There's some versions where she's a human, sorceress, who just kind of eventually amassed a bunch of power. So who knows what version or any of it or all of it is true.
I have to imagine that the Shadowfell's version is the most divine birth. 17 ravens crapped her out, and she's been the queen of death ever since.
The Shadowfell version is probably closest to the elf version of.
Yes.
Yeah, she became a divine creature by basically believing so hard in that Coralon and Lolth suck that she ascended to godhood and stole Lolth's web of fate.
Right. Yes.
And one for you, and one for you, and I'm out.
And I'm out.
And then also somehow got winter and death.
Yeah.
Well, this came with the package.
Yeah, elves don't die, so she's just like, cool, this is mine now, and guess what? You do.
You do now. You shape-shifting pansies.
But yeah, no.
I just know a bunch of bardic songs about some half-elf broad who was super sad or something until she became a god. It never made a lot of sense to me, but...
But yeah, nothing you've ever heard about the Lady of Pain.
Okay. Yeah, I think our answers lie with the Raven Queen.
Yep. Well, I'm not in this conversation, but you're gonna die. Have the goddess of death, you know.
Ariel's
Go to
not
the
part of
stars.
this conversation either, but Lady of Pain sounds pretty cool to her.
You're like a role model.
I wish that was my name.
Maybe I'll take that.
Yeah, if you kill the Lady of Pain, you become the Lady of Pain. Is that how that works?
Oh, that's how it works. Watch out.
Or you get mazed, but yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think with all of this talk of the Raven Queen, Lily probably starts humming, whatever most popular version of that song that she can kind of recall. It's very, very Celtic doom and gloom, kind of an old Danny boy kind of situation, I'm sure. Wind whisper through the barley kind of thing.
Storm starts humming, Lady of Pain, I adore you.
This is an excellent concert to fall asleep to.
Reminds me of my mother's lullabies.
Yes, this is an excellent ambiance. I could ask for no more than to squeeze into this small room and listen to these songs in such miserable, such a miserable place.
I could prestidigitate some smells for you if you want to make it worse.
No,
Finally, a proper
petrified
setting
frog
in.
piss is enough.
It's petrified piss. It doesn't smell anymore.
Have my
Acute
my
senses.
sense of spell. Yeah, I'm a paladin. I could say
More acute than
means I can
mine.
smell.
You're a paladin? Right. You're obviously a big reader, too, I can tell.
You're both acute.
What? I'm obtuse.
I love you, Timothy.
I don't know, y'all seem pretty equilateral to me.
Yeah!
Oh!
Some of us are trying to sleep.
Oh, it's one of those nights where we're all packed in the same room, trying to sleep and like capping on each other and making jokes and laughing. And Ariel's just getting angrier and angrier. Oh, you fucker!
Like,
shut
I
up.
don't get it. Why is everybody giggling?
There's nothing humorous about our situation.
Use your hatred.
She's just praying for her weapon to go off. Please.
How sensitive? Like, do you set it for like small creatures, large creatures?
It turns it all the way sensitivity.
Right.
All the way. There's
It's
even
like
a small
fly
insect
comes in the room.
Yeah,
And you're like, ah! It's all right, everybody. Back to sleep. Back to sleep. I killed it. The question is, do we get any rest?
we get 8 short rests.
Right?
Yeah.
That would suck so hard. It's like a redundant inspiration.
Everybody take a long rest.
Okay.
Yay!
Are there any weird dreams, Andy?
Why would you ask, Soup? My God, you and Marley are blurring.
And like, throw any wisdom saves overnight? You know, like, why don't you just...
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Am I possessed by the sword?
That sword roll out of Storm's bag and touch my hand.
Yeah, totally.
Oh
Nope.
my gosh.
What the hell is wrong with you?
You have an oddly peaceful sleep.
Oh.
Weird. That is so weird. Oh, shit.
Okay.
How is Odelia in the morning?
She still seems sickly, but she seems a little better than the night before.
Do I get the feeling that she needs another greater restoration treatment?
You don't think it would hurt, but also you don't think it would. It's not going to get her back on her feet right now. It's still going to. It would speed up the process, but by a day or something like that. So again, if your plan is to,
she turned me into a vegetable. I've done all I can. I feel like we're probably even. In fact, she probably owes me still by this point.
I would save Greta restores for Reed, perhaps. If we can separate him from the sword, he might come back to his senses.
Yeah.
We'd also have to turn him back from Stone Frog. But
maybe we could get some insight onto how he got fracture again.
Yeah.
Literally. So, do we get the impression that he wasn't being coherent or forthright before?
I mean, we walked into him and he was fiddling with his bones.
With his bone.
Yeah. Look, you always...
I mean, when his dad was like, show it.
You knock and wait for a response in a teenage boy's room. Everyone knows that.
Exactly.
Everyone knows that. Sock or no sock, you knock and wait.
I mean, it was ready to be wielded, right?
It was,
not
yeah.
It
was fully turgid.
No, Marty, no.
Gonna X card that adjective. Yeah.
Turgid is such a gross word.
There's a worse one, which is acutely specific, which came to mind, which I won't use. Still PG-13 in the dictionary and all, but come on.
Is it too messy? I kind of have to know. Yes. Yes. Too messy, so gross. I love it.
Yeah.
It does sound like something's wrong with it.
Having a lot of fun tonight.
Well, it is specific to what we're talking about. It is only used for that word. So, yes.
And while we're at it, I would like to point out that, at least for my part, the laughter is directly related to the amount of, like, oh shit, do we have to fight the Raven Queen? So the more dangerous it gets, the more goofy I get a little bit. So
sillier it's going to get.
Yeah, I don't want it to...
Well,
I'm taking this very seriously. My character is, at least.
Another thing to remember is we know she has all the treasure in there that we can just grab something. Mm-hmm. There's that wand. Remember that wand that I had for a while?
Absolutely not. We've seen that wand in action.
Yeah.
Use.
It was so cool.
Remember that wand?
Terrified of butterflies.
Remember that wand?
Absolutely not. You haven't stopped thinking of that wand, have you? You're wearing it on your sleeve.
Just now, I would know if I was, I'd use it.
Damn it.
No. I mean, I'm just saying. Something to think of. Do we want to bring him? So we want to bring him back, talk to him, interview him, or do we want to go
leave him sidelined? We know he's not in our flank if we leave him sidelined, but he might have valuable intel, and we can break his curse from the sword if anyone has removed curse, or it might take a greater restoration. I don't think lesser restoration would break the curse.
I have a great.
Lesser might break the petrify.
He's already taken 2 greater restoration. Oh no, he hasn't taken any greater restoration.
No, he hasn't taken any. No,
then let's
sandbagged the shit out of Reed. He has multiple spells.
If we can get Vraska to petrify him, he should defrog instantly because duration's long gone.
Vraska says, "What's up?"
Hi.
Maybe we should do that in another room.
That's great.
I just
I'm
turn
making
him to
notes of
stone.
things to talk about.
I
after this.
don't turn him back.
Oh yeah.
Let me double check that, but
No, that's cool.
No,
That's
while Andy's looking this up,
respect.
then Keith Giffen wrote a Suicide Squad run where Killer Frost froze someone solid, and someone's like, "Well, it'll thaw out, right?" And she's like, "Excuse me." No, I don't think so. He's frozen solid. He's dead. Just dead.
But lesser restoration will depetrify, I believe. So I think cure him.
Lesser will crack the petrify, then greater will,
and then
break
greater
the
will
sword.
break the curse. So I can double whammy it, or we can share the wealth.
I'll do the greater because
All right. I'll do the lesser. So I'll bang it. So if we're ready, do we want to go to another room? Is there a better staging area for this?
If he takes damage, does he get another save at the possession?
Oh.
I think so because it's a sapient
Well,
sword.
just hold him down. I've got a weapon.
Start punching
Ariel's
him.
willing to try as many times as it takes. Just hacking away.
Even if he gets close to death, I've got some lay on hands. It's fine.
Not to cheese this too much, Soup, but if you can re-prepare your spells, because you're a druid cleric, so you should be able to. Remove curse might break the sword's hold for a lesser spell slot.
True that.
I don't think I have.
As a druid
hold on.
and a cleric, you should be able to prepare it, but I could be.
You mean during the long rest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
But look,
Story-wise.
if you don't want to take up one of your lesser slots with Remove Curse, then Greater Restore will do it for sure. Whereas I'm not sure Remove Curse will. I think it will.
How does multi-class preparing work again,
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Marty?
Nobody knows that. Why would you
It's
ask?
going
me?
to be the
it's
rest of the
so
stream.
complicated.
But you mean how many or?
Luckily, she's two divine classes, so it's slightly less fucked.
Yeah.
They're both. They know everything, and they just choose, right?
Are you asking is Remove Curse a druid spell?
Remove Curse is not a druid spell. That is why.
Okay,
I'm
then
asking.
no. Fucking do Greater Restore. Because yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
you will not have access to
It's
high
on-
enough cleric spells to get Remove Curse, I believe, is the answer to Andy's
The
question.
question.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay.
That's
So-
cool.
Good catch, Andy. Very good.
Okay.
right,
And then
so-
before we go to another room and start preparing to go to the Raven Queen, should we leave somebody behind with my mom in case once again Vraska comes back? Like
Veja, you
Veja.
mean, but
Veja.
or Veja, sorry.
Vraska
Not
says, I mean,
Vraska.
I'll turn her to stone. Is that what we want?
No.
Exactly. Okay.
Too many V names going on.
Well, I mean,
I'll turn a bitch to stone. There's a lot of room in your garden that is not occupied by.
we can reverse it.
There's
quite
a whole
easily.
statuary you guys could be doing, and you're not, and that's
Oh,
disappointing
man.
to me.
A frog statue peeing. I mean, you're not going to find that anywhere.
It's
That's right.
one of a kind.
With clothes on? I mean, come on.
Come on.
These cute little frog clothes.
So, are you saying that the pea is actually frozen, like in
I imagine it was like a base,
action, like it's a
Yeah,
still?
maybe
little-
like a,
Base.
yeah.
little palm imprinted
well-
base.
Right, because that's. But like, was he getting air?
Like little cat toe beans.
Is there a visible arc? No. All right.
It's like,
I don't know
it's
enough
like the
about
handle
frog
of a
peeing
teacup
physics.
carried around.
She might be the kind of artist that she's like the photographer who just waits for the right moment
Yeah,
to snap a
yeah.
picture.
Right.
So
I
you're-
will, not alone, but I will stay to watch over your mother.
Oh,
Uh,
I meant for like the whole time that we're gonna go and talk to the Raven Queen. Like, so maybe like my dad should stay behind, or
Oh, I expected we'd bring her as part of the Neverwinter Horse scenario.
oh, okay. I mean,
right.
Yeah,
She needs it bad. Like she's kind of full junkied out right now for
that's
I
true.
don't.
for the
know if
Fall
that's-
Plane
I don't.
or the Raven
I don't-
Queen.
I don't know
Okay.
if it's.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
no,
agree.
Storm, absolutely, say it.
Yes, I don't know if it's a good idea to bring the 2 junkies into the crack house.
Okay, well then perhaps we take all of Reed's belts once he's a person again and use them to strap Odelia to the bed.
I'm more worried about Veja coming and getting her.
So, if
Which is why I would keep her with us.
6 of one, half dozen the other.
It's a tough call.
If we do petrify her, she'll be safe from Veja, and she can go in my bag of holding.
Will she be safe from Veja?
If she's in my bag of holding. Petrified as a statue, yes.
Can she fit in your bag of holding?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Also, I would just, and I'm actually asking, so this isn't leading yet, but it might be leading. Wasn't Veja able to contact us from the bag of holding?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little worried they're a little more far-reaching than that. If they wanted to be.
So, you want to have her with us then, just in case?
I guess so, yeah.
That's what I was thinking, but absolutely, I'm open to ideas. But I
Do we know where he went?
No.
He gets
away.
Plane shift. He could be anywhere.
Right.
And we've taken a long rest, so he could have plane shifted back by now.
Yeah.
If he couldn't have done that already.
Is there any way to bring the Raven Queen to us?
Out of her lair, you mean?
Is there a bell? I look at Jupiter. Is there a bell?
He says she never leaves the palace.
Yeah, it's usually a we go to her situation.
Is the plane not her lair?
I mean, yes, arguably, I would still give her lair actions anywhere on the Shadar.
Anywhere in the dimension, right? So
they'll just be more potent, perhaps.
Yeah, we just need to go with what we have. So if we bring them, we don't have to leave behind anyone else who might help,
right?
Who has to watch them, like your father.
I am prepared to be wrong-minded in this, but I would rather have all of our enemies in front of us. Even if it means we add to their numbers, we will have all of them in a room that I can static the whole room.
That'll give Ariel more to work with.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll let her sharpen her blade on somebody's skull. On her way to Raven. And look, if we think we're fighting the Raven Queen, we're out of our minds. But I don't see another option but to confront her at least.
But how much more metal is
it's metal AF. And we have a lot of ground to make up to catch up with TFU's metalness. So,
so Andy, I'm not asking this for any specific reason, but how long does it take me to plane walk? Just out of curiosity. Sometimes things don't go the way you expect, and
we pull up Nebraska's
GTFO.
Yeah.
Like here I am.
Sometimes me and my Medusa.
Is it like a bonus action, or is it something that's like a 10-minute ritual deal, or is it?
No, you. So you can do it a couple of times a day, and it's just an action.
Oh.
So yeah, you can GTFO whenever you need.
Let's go talk to the Raven Queen.
Yeah, I know it.
Absolutely.
You and Vraska in the back, just like jamming on a planescape button. Bye.
Gonna chase you, right?
So
I had 6 layer actions, not just 3.
I forgot I need to be anywhere else.
I have a hard out at now.
Yesterday. Right.
So I say that we go and talk to Reed away from my mother, make a plan, and then take everyone with us, I guess.
Okay. While the restorers are restoring Reed, and we have nothing to add to that, also just my mother and I stay behind to just watch your mother in case she suddenly goes all exorcist or something. We can call.
Are we telepathic bonding again?
I can cast this as a ritual for sure. Let's. I say yes to this. Let's do that before we separate for that, just in case we have to summon each other Like, oh, your mom's on the move, or oh shit, Reed has fracture again, or what have you. See what we can get from Reed, and then proceed to the palace. If Reed can fully be moved over to our side, we can be in on the ruse, perhaps. We can't quite give him fracture back, but he will be a member of your family. That if Jupiter can pretend to be the slack-jawed replacement, etc. I think we can try subterfuge. Look, it's her realm. She might have heard all this conversation, even the half that was telepathic. So we can't surprise a god necessarily, but we can go see what's up with numbers on our side.
Yeah, I wasn't really planning on trying to trick the Raven Queen. I was just going to ask her what was going on.
Oh, Marley.
I might try to trick her.
You're just an open vessel. It's amazing. I aspire to be like you. I can't, and I won't, but I aspire.
Perhaps with more training at your university, you can get there one day, Hester.
Oh, shit.
I would take a course in a soft science like humanities. It's fine. It's fine. I wouldn't explain it.
Okay. That all sounds like a great plan for next time. So, outros and plugs. Timothy.
Hi, I'm Timothy. Thanks for tuning in. Wow, what an episode. It's been a month since we played, I think. So I look forward to meeting again in 2 weeks. As opposed to 4 or more. Yeah, I don't really... we lost Richard Donner recently. Director of the Goonies and Superman and many, many things. Amazing creator. I don't know. That's all I got. Have a great day.
Cece.
Hi, I'm CC, aka Soup, aka Twitters and the Instagrams. And I want to plug D&D with your friends. And also, maybe you make a character that's an orphan so you don't have to deal with family politics or whatever.
Garrett.
Yeah, I would like to follow that up by saying, maybe make a character where your parents are already dead. Like, forever dead. Not just dead that could be raised or brought back in some way. Like, not even a wish could save them, right? Like, that kind of dead.
Wow.
That's just another one. By the way, these are all my plugs. I'm
Nice.
just trying to get inspiration for next time. An oldie but a goodie, Andy. You got to give us something for that. The Raven Queen. Everybody gets inspiration. I think that's what I heard.
That's right.
Thanks.
Oh, wow. Okay. I like your pitch. Shoot your shot.
Yeah.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's true.
Marty.
Oh, goodness, I am just brain dead from having gotten back from vacation with all of my favorite people from my past, and now I'm playing with all my favorite people from my present. So I will just friendship and shit. Just find people, be with people if you can, if you're able, and remember, online it's never been easier to like and subscribe to Laughing Dragon Inn. Taking one of the what's the Amazon Prime thing? Yeah, you can do that. It's a pain in the ass, but do it.
I did it today.
Yep, absolutely. CC did it today. I believe Mary and David are probably due, so I'll poke them tomorrow. But yeah, just hang out with us more. I think we're very charming and entertaining. And if you don't believe me, watch it again. I think you'll find it was true the whole time.
Awesome. Thank you to all of my players. It has been too long, and I am happy the Star Chasers are back. Mm-hmm. Next week, join us for Star Wars on Monday. We're going to be doing a planning session for some future Star Wars stuff, but all half related to Galaxy and Revolt. And Wednesday is Session 0 for the group formerly known as Task Force Unlikely's next campaign. So we're going to be talking about that. That's going to be very exciting.
So jealous.
And that's it. Yeah, subscribe, like, join us in 2 weeks for Star Chasers episode 48, Sins of the Mother. Have a great night, everyone.
Mother, what did you do? Oh, no.
What an awful way to end this thing.
What? Isn't everyone glad we're back?
Yay!
Oh, nope, that's not right. There we go.